And we welcome you back to Newsmax Now. The controversy swirling around the Clinton Foundation's donation has just about everybody talking. That includes Congressman Louis Gohmert of Texas. He recently joined the Steve Malzberg show because he doesn't want you to forget about those emails Hillary can't seem to find.
Gosh, Steve, how could she get away with it when you had the most transparent administration in the history of the country? I mean, they may have been embarrassed and somebody may have committed a crime in the Fast and Furious, I think, the gun smuggling and all, but man, they turn everything over, don't they? I mean,
right. Well, and that's why we
take over the internet. They let us know everything they want.
All we got to do is look at Hillary's emails. Oops, I forgot.
Oh,
we can't do that.
That's right. That's right. They're gone. But I tell you what, Steve, it makes it a lot clearer now why she felt she had to get rid of those emails, and it is important to, if you pursued this in court, then you could say, well, these emails would exonerate her, but that's not true under the doctrine of spoliation. If you went to court with this, the jury, as a judge, if somebody got rid of evidence that was in their possession, then you're allowed to instruct the jury. You may presume that it would have been against the position of the one that got rid of it. You can presume that, and we don't allow many presumptions in court in front of juries. But man, they're getting rid of evidence, and if we ever have a real attorney general that believes in the Constitution, and obviously because of the Senate, that's not going to happen for a while.
I was just going to say that, yeah.
Oh my gosh! Steve, gee whiz!
What is with you guys? What is with them? 10 of them, including the majority leader.
No, I don't know.
Well, there you have Steve Malzberg and Congressman Louis Gohmert talking about Loretta Lynch, as well as those Hillary Clinton emails. Much of the discussion now, Miranda, based on the campaign contribution, not the campaign contributions,
but the Clinton
Foundation contributions and speaking fees. Not as much attention paid as of late to the email controversy involving Benghazi. That will come up again as they continue that investigation in the House.
And we're going to have more information on the Clinton Foundation coming up a little later on Newsmax Now. We're talking about some mistakes that might have been made. So.
And interesting take there from Louis Gohmert. People look at Louis because he says some things that are controversial, but he is a former judge, talking about that presumption of destroyed evidence. Very interesting stuff.
Well, with so much negativity in the world, we think it's more important now that we take some time and recognize the good too, and we want to share those personal impact stories with you right now. We begin with an Indonesian doctor who's found a way to give you a clean bill of health while helping keep the neighborhood clean at the same time. The 26-year-old doctor lets poor residents collect and drop off trash in exchange for money to pay for medical insurance. Through Garbage Clinical Insurance, the clinic turns organic trash into fertilizers and compost for sale and then gets cash for recyclables. The doctor's model is now active in 5 clinics. It's helping roughly 3,500 patients get access to health care. 8-year-old Cameron Taylor of Little Rock proves there's no minimum age for charity work. This little elementary school student spends 1 day a month going around the Arkansas Capitol distributing backpacks to the homeless. They're filled with snacks and basic hygiene products. Taylor was inspired by a movie character who also helped the homeless by handing out backpacks. He and his family are currently looking for donations to keep those bags a-coming. And after a decade of terror, former Cleveland captives Amanda Berry and Gina DeJesus, held and abused by Ariel Castro, released their memoir. The title, Hope, a memoir of survival in Cleveland. Berry kept journals during her captivity until escaping in 2013. Her inspiring message, stay strong, stay positive, and never give up hope. What's a good tip for a waiter? 15, 20%? How about 6,900%? A student who wanted to stay anonymous left a $3,000 tip on a $43 tab. On the back, he wrote about a former teacher of his who lost his son during Hurricane Sandy. The community rallied around the teacher and took care of all of their rebuilding expenses. So in appreciation, the family started a foundation to encourage acts of kindness with a pay-it-forward mentality. A condition of the generous tip, pay it forward. $3,000, can you imagine?
Made somebody's day, I'm sure.
Coming up next, is smoking a cigar just as bad for your health as smoking a cigarette? Well, take a look during our Health Radar. And stop throwing your food and money away. Newsmax Deputy Health Editor Nick Tate reveals what those sell-by dates really mean.